Hello, I'm Lydia, pattern designer and sewing content creator, and today I'm showing you how to print my Lydia Naomi PDF patterns. This method is super quick and will work for most other PDF patterns as well. Start by opening up your US letter or A4 file, preferably in Adobe Acrobat. There is a free download in the description. Adobe allows you to print only the size layer that you want. In Adobe, locate the Layers tab and you will see all sizes and the file markings at the bottom. Toggle off all the size layers that you don't want, leaving the label, letters, diamonds, numbers, and rectangles visible. Select Print and ensure that the scale is set to actual size or 100% scale. Select the Pages option and type in page 1. We will print this first to check that it is printed in the correct scale. Next, you're going to measure the test square. If it measures according to what it says, you're good to print the rest of the file. When you go to print the rest of the file, just double check that you have all the same settings as you first printed, and then print the entire file. Now we're going to cut these pages, and it's a very simple, straightforward process. So leave the first page intact and move to page 2. Cut off the corners at the top and bottom on the left side, the side with the page number. This does not need to be a perfect cut, it just needs to intersect the corner of the dotted page border lines. I've printed this in black and white, but if you print in color, the border lines are in a dark blue color, so they'll be very difficult to miss. So if you're having trouble with the black and white, then you can just print it in color. We have now come to the next row. Snip the top corners, and on the following pages, snip the top 2 and bottom left corner. Until we reach row 3, where we will again snip the top row corners of the first page and the top 2 corners and bottom left corner of the following until we come to our last page. So now we have our separate piles of our cut pages for each row, and I'm going to tape them together one row at a time. The tiny dotted lines must be overlapped, and you'll be able to check for this at the corners that you cut off. Once you have your assembled rows, it's time to paste them together. Start with the top 2 rows, and as we did everywhere else, we're just going to overlap the dotted lines. This is a digitally created file, so it is perfect, but sometimes we paste pages a millimeter or so off due to human error, so you may need to adjust, and that's totally fine. Now that you have successfully assembled the pattern, cut it out, and I'm going to show you a really wonderful way to store your patterns fold-free. I purchased this 1-inch hole punch from a craft store, and we're going to use it to hang the pattern with a pattern hook. So layer 3 of your largest pieces together and center them on each other, then punch a hole in the center through all layers. Do this again for the next biggest pieces, and so on. And when you have a skinny piece like this, punch with the bottom of your hole punch up so that you don't accidentally punch off center. Layer all your pattern pieces together at the hole, and then take a pattern hook and feed the bar through the hole. And I almost forgot, you can use page 1 of your file to sort of label the pattern, so it's super easy to indicate which pattern it is. Then you can hang it up with all your other patterns and you don't have to worry about unfolding anything. Thanks so much for watching, and thank you so much for buying my patterns.